We start off with the women. It was of the usual action in the 6 days here of the World University Games. We are down to the last two relays, the 4x400 meters. And we start off with the women. It was dominated early on by the Soviet Union, but the last title was won by Ukraine. That came off the back of 2 wins for Poland and 2 wins for Russia. Of course, since that time, Africa, Poland and Malaysia. These are the Malaysians with Go Lee, Zamai. For Poland, that includes 2 women who are in the final of the flat 400. It is in that flat individual. Regel Joseph, Angelique Streetum, Algeria with Jamila Zine, Rukia Muisi. Listen to this. China's Wang Kong, Yang Li Fei. Brazil, plenty of quality here as well with Silva dos Santos, who was second, and Annie Dubasi, who was 6th in the flat 400. The Indians of Nidhi Singh, 4 finalists individually here. They are on legs 3 and 4. However, so the final women's event of the track program, and indeed of the athletics program, here in Chengdu. Four laps, 4 women, taking 1 lap each. 1,600 meters in all to decide who is going to be the World University Games champion here. Who will inherit the title from Ukraine, who beat Mexico and Australia 4 years ago in Italy. We've waited a long time for this relay. They run the first leg in lanes, and then they will break when they come to the end of the first curve of the second leg. And going out hard there on the outside is Weronika Bartanowska of Poland. Further inside is Regel Joseph of South Africa. She's racing in lane 6 at the moment. And inside her is the Algerian Jamila Zine. At the moment, the Chinese are a little way behind. They've been overtaken by Brazil with Marianne Silva dos Santos, the silver medalist, behind Alice Moraro of Italy. Italy don't have a team in this relay. Second leg then goes, and they will break when they get to the end of this bend. It's clearly going to be Poland in front. So good at relays. They're one of the best in Europe, and they are one of the best here at the moment. It is Karolina Lazowska, who was a finalist in the flat 400. She finished 7th in that, and she settles in. South Africa's Angelique Streetum, who was 8th in the flat 400, is running ahead of the Brazilian Lima Nonato, another finalist. The Chinese are coming further back. The Swiss girl is Veronika van Carder, but she's just running out of pace now. But look at the strength of the pole at the front. So then, Lazowska hands over to Margarita Casanova. And the Poles, if anything, have increased that lead. That was a really good run there on the second leg. South Africa into second place. Strong start there from Gazelle Machaman, 6th in the flat 400. Need to make sure you don't get too much in the first 200. It's very easy in the relays to be full of adrenaline and head off way too fast, and then the lactic acid kills you from here on in. And Machaman looks as though that might well be happening to her. The Swiss girl, Oksana Eschbacher, who was 8th in the 400 hurdles, looking a bit stronger as they come down the final straight, and the Brazilian is making up strides as well. That's Giovanna dos Santos. Final leg then, Poland still out in front. It's Switzerland now in silver medal position, South Africa in the bronze medal position, and Brazil behind them. Now then, the South African going off really hard once more. This is the 400-meter champion, Marley Viljoen, herring around. up on the shoulder of the Swiss girl, Karin Diesch, who was 7th in the hurdles race. Diesch has hung on to the back of her. The Brazilian anchor woman is the woman who was 6th in the 400 metres, Dani de Bassi. In they come then. There's no doubt about gold. It's going to be Poland, and the woman who missed out on a medal individually, Alexandra Formella, is going to come across, and what a finish by Brazil! Brazil are going to come through, and it's silver for the South Americans, bronze for Switzerland, and South Africa are run out of it. We've had some great races. May not have been for gold this time, but the battle for the other medals was sensational.
But that's the beauty of racing at a track, you know. You're exposed to everything that's thrown at you. And the Poles have got a great heritage in relay running, particularly the 4x4. Whether it's 400-meter runner, 400 hurdlers, or whether it's 800-meter runners stepping down to do a solid 400 meters in the middle of the relay race. But they look very comfortable with this tonight.
Well, Poland back on top of the podium for the 3rd time in the last 4 World University Games. After having their hegemony interrupted by Ukraine, they weren't on the podium in Italy. But that is an emphatic, what a race. It all turned around for the other medals inside the last 50 metres.
South Africa, you have to say, will be desperately disappointed not to pick a medal up in that, having had the caliber of runner on their final leg. But there you go, that's athletics, and you can sometimes. I used to work with the 4x4 relays, and you can just some athletes just really like to be in the team race. They run so much better. We had so many good athletes, but they were so much better over 400 meters in a relay.
So then Poland, they've been picking up steady titles all the way through the season.
Saksikan terus Tengkorak Sports. Jangan lupa untuk subscribe, like, dan share.